Welcome back to Skylark Pursuit, where gaming glitches meet gadget greatness. I'm your host, part gamer, part tech nerd, and full-time button masher. From epic wins to tech fails, we chase pixels, power-ups, and probably void some warranties. Let the digital chaos begin. Did you know? What if I told you that some of the most revolutionary inventions of our time were born in silence? No keyboards clacking, no whiteboards scribbled with equations, just a barefoot man, walking in circles, thinking. Welcome to Thinkers and Doers. Today we're cracking open the mind of one of the greatest creative disruptors the world has ever seen. Steve Jobs. But this isn't a highlight reel of iPhones and black turtlenecks. This is a story about tension between vision and execution, between dreaming and building, between the thinkers and the doers. And why Steve Jobs was both and neither. Stay with me. It gets wild. Let's start with something controversial. Ideas are cheap. Execution is everything. Right? Wrong. At least in the world of Steve Jobs. Jobs wasn't an engineer. He didn't solder the circuit boards or write the code. But he saw things before anyone else did. Like the iPod, not the first MP3 player. The iPhone, not the first smartphone. The Mac, not the first personal computer. But Jobs imagined what they could become. He thought in future tense, and then bent reality until others made it happen. That's where the magic starts. But here's where the story turns. Because for every Steve Jobs, there was a Steve Wozniak, a Johnny Ive. A team of quiet, brilliant engineers who made the impossible practical. So were they just tools in Jobs' machine, or was he the tool of their talent? Here's the twist. Jobs knew he needed doers. He just believed they would work best when the thinker, the visionary, kept pushing beyond logic, beyond comfort, beyond reason. There's a term for this. Jobs called it his reality distortion field. It was part genius, part madness, and it terrified people. But it worked. So here's the real question. Are you a thinker? Are you a doer? Or are you one of the rare few who can cross that line? Jobs once said, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." That wasn't just branding. It was belief. He surrounded himself with people who thought differently, not just smarter, but riskier. People who would chase the insane ideas to the finish line, because he wouldn't settle for anything less. But it came at a cost. Jobs could be brutal, cold, obsessive. He fired people in elevators, rejected ideas in seconds, pushed prototypes to the brink, then scrapped them days before launch. Because for Jobs, good wasn't enough. He believed that true innovation was forged in tension, the creative fire that only comes from friction between vision and execution. And in the end, he was right. But he was also alone. Unfortunately, Steve Jobs passed away in 2011. But look around you. The iPhone in your hand, the minimalist website you just scrolled past, the clean packaging you unboxed last week. Jobs didn't just build products. He rewired our taste. He made thinkers feel powerful and doers feel essential. And now, in a world dominated by startups, solopreneurs, and digital creators, the question echoes louder than ever. Can you be both? Can you dream like Jobs and build like Woz? So here's my challenge to you. Tonight, unplug. Turn off your notifications and sit with an idea that's been haunting you. Let it breathe, let it grow. Then start building. Because in the end, it's not about being a thinker or a doer. It's about becoming the bridge. Thanks for listening to Thinkers and Doers.